All right. Good morning. I am Lauren Winters, the Senior Policy Advisor for the Division of Financial Regulation and the hearing officer for today's hearing on the proposed amendments to Oregon Administrative Rule 441-049-1001 and 441-175-002. Also in attendance by phone, and I am going to let you guys all introduce yourselves, but for the division and via Microsoft Teams are Karen Winkle, the division rules coordinator, who is recording Nicole's today's hearing, Nicole Faru, a division senior policy advisor, and Trevor, I always script your last name because it's so German. And you know I've been in France, so say your last name for the recording.
Shane.
Crevershen, a very nice German pronunciation instead of a French pronunciation, who is the actual securities program manager. This is the time and place set for a public rulemaking hearing to receive testimony on whether the division should amend the current fee rules governing the filing fees for investment companies and the fees for agents of an issuer. Today is October 23rd, 2025. The time now is approximately 10:06 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic and continuing safety concerns regarding the spread of various viruses, the hearing is being conducted through Microsoft Teams as well as in person. Notice for today's hearing was published in the Oregon Bulletin on October 1st, 2025. This hearing will be conducted according to the Oregon Administrative Procedures Act, ORS Chapter 183, and also the Attorney General's model rules as amended to accommodate to accommodate the ability to reduce the risk of spreading not only the COVID-19 virus, any subvariants, and any other seasonal viruses like the flu and RSV. Written comments will be accepted until 5 p.m. October 30th, 2025. No other comments or exhibits will be received after this date. Persons who wish to testify at today's hearing should state your name and spell your last name, give the address and affiliation if any. You should also note the division does not respond to comments or questions during this time. After the close of the public hearing, I will prepare a report for review by TK, the division's administrator. And the report is included as part of the formal rulemaking proceedings. At this time, I would like to introduce Nicole to explain the purpose of the proposed changes to the rule and what the rulemaking does. So Nicole, take it away.
Thank you, Lauren. So I'm going to begin with some background. RS 59.049 and 59.175 direct the Division of Financial Regulation on behalf of the Director of the Department of Consumer and Business Services, hereafter referred to as DCBS, to set securities fees by rule and to permit an adjustment to those fees every 2 years. The last adjustment occurred in 2019 when the broker-dealer salesperson renewal fee of $10 was adjusted to the national midpoint fee of $60. There has not been an adjustment in fees since 2019 because the completed reviews analyzing the national median for the 20 categories of securities fees contained in ORS 59.049 and 59.175 showed no adjustment was required. In 2024, the agency's Information Management Division, hereafter referred to as IMD, compiled and analyzed fees charged by other states to assist the division in determining the national midpoint fee for similar fees to be charged under ORS 59.049, subsection 4A, and ORS 59.175, subsection 9A. The IMD set forth its findings in the July 3, 2024 Securities Fees Midpoint Study. The 2024 study shows that the national median for the following fees requires adjustments. First, the issuer agent initial license fee needs a $10 upward adjustment from the current fee of $50 to $60. Second, the issuer agent renewal license fee needs a $10 upward adjustment from the current fee of $50 to $60. Third, the investment company initial fee needs a downward adjustment of $45 from the current fee of $545 to $500. And finally, the investment company renewal notice filing fee needs a $35 downward adjustment from the current fee of $535 to $500. In 2006, the former DCBS director requested advice from the attorney in charge of the business sections of the Oregon Department of Justice as to whether the fee increases contained in ORS 59.049, 59.065, and 59.175 are subject to the agency fee restriction provisions of ORS 291.055, subsection 1. The DCBS director was advised that the fee increases fell outside the scope of the statute because the additional revenue from the fee increases is not used to fund its operations. Rather, additional revenue generated from any increase is transferred to the general fund. This means that such increases are not a fee for purposes of ORS 291.055, and ORS 291.055 subsection 1 does not apply. So, what does the rulemaking do? The amendments to the current fee rules adjust the filing fees for investment companies and agents of issuers so that they match the national midpoint fees, as determined by the 2024 IMD study. OAR 441-049-1001 subsection 1 will be amended to increase the filing and renewal fee for agents of issuers by $10. OAR 441-175-0002 subsection 6 will be amended to decrease the initial filing fee for investment companies by $45 and the renewal filing fee for investment companies by $35. Due to the reduction in investment company fees, these adjustments are expected to decrease the amount of revenue transferred to the general fund by about $231,000 compared to if the current fees were maintained. Thank you, and back to you, Lauren.
Thank you very much for that testimony. Once again, written comments will be accepted until 5 p.m. October 23rd, 2025. At this time, is there anyone else who wishes to testify? If so, please state your name, who you represent, and additionally, if you have any comments that you're sharing with us at today's hearing, please submit a copy of our summary of those comments in writing to Karen Winkle, who I believe you all have her email address, but it's, pretty simple. It's on the invite for everybody who was on that thing. So does anybody have anything they would like to add or say? Karen, since nobody wants to testify, do I have to wait or can I conclude the meeting?
We can conclude the meeting.
Okay. I just one more time, because for some reason we always need to make this fact very clear. If you miss the 5 o'clock deadline on October 23rd, 2025, no other comments or exhibits will be reviewed after that date. But just because you attended today's hearing doesn't mean that you are prohibited from submitting any comments that come to mind between today's hearing and, until October 30th, 2025, 7 days. But you can submit any comments or exhibits between today's hearing and the final hearing date on October 30th. And that is all we have. Once that period closes, I will prepare a report, submit it to TK Keene, our administrator, for his review. The time is approximately 10:15 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I thank you all for attending. I thank you, Nicole, for your testimony. And this concludes the public hearing. Karen, is there